Hello and welcome to V-Monster Laboratory. Today I have a soldering practice kit. It is a line following robot. It's from Vogertime, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it says fun project, fun time. Let's find out. If you haven't seen it, you might want to stick around. Alright, so as you can see, it came in a couple plastic pouches. I've already opened it up and spread it out here. Came in this bag right here. It was in two separate plastic bags. So these are components that I've got, and they should match up to the components that are listed on your sheet here. There's a component list at the bottom, and there's a diagram up above that, and instructions. Instructions are really bad, so I've got the instructions here, and I've actually got pictures of another brand or another listing pulled up online, which I'm going to work from. We're going to go ahead and build this. So step one says install circuit. Okay. Solder resistors in here. So we have three different types of resistors here. We have three different types of resistors. I'm going to figure out what they are because I don't want to guess. I mean, you can look at the color codings, but with my luck, it would be wrong. And then 1K is an R7 and R8. R7 is here. It's nice. R7 and R8 is over here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and solder these in here. It's kind of confusing on here. It says for the resistors, confusing to me, component name 10 ohm resistor, value 1K. So I just went by the values. And I measured it. The 1K went in R7, R8. 10 ohm went in R9, R10. Hopefully that's correct, but I don't know. I don't know why it's not a little easier to read. But then again, I'm just a simple person, so. It's been fun putting these together. Like I said, I'm a beginner, so I'm not perfect by any means. Far from it. In fact, I messed up my Christmas tree that I did. If you watched that video, sorry. Although I don't think many people have watched it, hopefully. I'm going to leave it on because it definitely was a learning experience. I'm going to probably rename it what not to do when soldering. But I do like building stuff and something that's functional, practical. And I do wear glasses whenever I do any soldering because I don't know if you can see it, but on that magnifying glass you can see splatter from the solder. I guess when that rosin heats up, it's good rosin coarse, so sometimes it'll splatter. It's a good idea to protect your eyes. I hope this one turns out. The instructions right off the bat kind of confuse me, but again, it's not hard to do. I have very little experience doing this type of stuff, so. But I'm doing it, and hopefully we'll get better at it. These should be, oh, look at that. That's all right. How high that is. It's okay. All right. These should be 51 ohm. Well, let's see what it is. $50.3. That's close enough. Yep. So these four are 51. All right. So these go in R5, R6. R11 and R12. So R5. And it even says 51 right in there. It says 10. It says 1K. It is fun to do this stuff. I do enjoy doing the STEM toy reviews because we do use those toys, and at least the kids do, and they are fun. So have fun doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and solder this on there. Let me just check this. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, under, you can probably see that it says 10. So I measured them; those are 10 ohms, and then so it tells you right on there which ones to do. This down here can be a little bit confusing, but whatever. It's not the clearest English that you'll ever read, that's for sure. So that is a little bit of a learning process. All right, so I know you can tape these down, but I just try holding them. I think it'll work. If you've done this before, let me know in the comments. Let me know how it turned out for you, or which one's your favorite. You know, if you have a favorite soldering kit, practice kit. I like to try some more, a couple others. I have a feeling all the directions are going to be kind of funky to read. But that's part of the game, I suppose, right? Just going to hold that up with my thumb just for a second. I really do need a fan or something. to blow that smoke away. Let me stretch out my solder here. Oops. Get on there. There we go. I've been using the lead-free solder, which is a little harder to work with. This came with my iron, so I don't exactly know what it is. I assume it's 60-40 lead, but the other stuff I've been using doesn't want to melt. So I use whatever's easiest, really. Alright, that looks good, I think. Aside from that one that's way up high there, I think they look alright. I need a camera stand. This is on the edge of the computer, so it's not my favorite place to put a camera. Alright, so let's see what's next here. Step 2. Eight-pin IC holder. We'll just go ahead and install this stuff. It's pretty plain to see where most of this stuff goes. So this will go into here, but my leg is bent. You can see that. So there's a little divot or whatever you call it at the top of this. I just lined it up with what's on the board. I'll go ahead and solder that in. That looks like easy soldering right there. So I'll solder that in. Make sure the camera can see. I think it's a little bit better. Yeah, this melts a lot easier, a lot quicker than the lead-free that I was using. That stuff, I just didn't have good luck with it. Plus, I didn't know it, but they say that lead-free can damage the tip of your iron if it's not for lead-free solder. I was not aware of that, but I am now. So, and again, I'll line up this little groove right here on the tip of this thing with the groove that's on the that's shown here on the diagram on top of the board. Legs are too far out. Well, that leg right there doesn't want to straighten out here. One side went in here. Hold on. I got it. I got you. Look at that. That was the one that was bent to begin with. I got your leg. That's right. So if this works, this will be my first successful kit. And it will be reason to celebrate. There we go. So that's in there. There's my soldering job. If you can see that. Not bad, not perfect, but definitely better than my other video. And that is straight, so that's good. Alrighty, let's switch. We can go ahead and add these guys. I'm just going off the picture right now. So the long one's positive, the short one's negative. And I can see on the side the negative corresponds with the negative sign on the side of the capacitor here. And these go right in here. Positive and negative. And there's two. And they're both the same. 100 microfarads. I think these are great little kits to start with. I'm sure I did the Christmas tree wrong, but and I may try it again. You never know. I probably will. I'd really like to have it. Alright, let's solder this on here. This one right down here is about to slide out. All right, cool. That one's done. Go ahead and clip them. Oh, it slid out, didn't it? It did. All right, I'm gonna redo that. I thought I had that. See, look at that. Look at that. There. That's not the flattest, but whatever. I thought I was holding it pretty close to the board. That one got away from me, but I don't want to destroy the board, so I think it'll do. It's starting to look a bit sloppy, but whatever. Just as long as it works, I suppose. All right. Let's do the LEDs. So the square pad is positive, the circular pad is negative. I remember that from the Christmas tree. So we will take a red LED. The positive one will go through again. I'm just looking at the pictures because quite honestly the directions are not that good. Is it supposed to be that high? I won't go any further. Oh, I just bent the crap out of it. You know what I'm going to try? I'm just going to clip it. There we go. Like a champion. Look at that. Alright. So I just clipped it off. Make sure you remember which one the positive is. Positive goes through that square pad right there. So that would be important. And over here, I don't think I can push this all the way through without it bending because it's pretty tight. Positive on the inside. See, it's already bending. And it bent. I don't know. If you know a better way of doing this, feel free to leave a comment. Because I sure don't know. Alright, so the bottom one will be positive. We'll clip them again. I'm going to just use one of my own. I'm going to use one of my own here because this is crazy. Positive. Negative. Positive, yes. And it went in just fine. I don't know why the other one didn't that came with the kit, but that went in just fine. I bought these from Jameco, so I don't know. Anyway, it's done. Now we're going to solder. Make sure the positive is through the square pad. It is. Now I'm going to put on potentiometers here. They will only fit one way. 2 prongs in the back and 1 up front. Next step, transistors. And you can see the flat end here and then the rounded end on the outside. So you're going just like that. The middle prong is moved slightly forward. Got the flat side on the inside and the rounded side on the outside. Now it's kind of hard to get in there. And some of these small holes are really, really small. Yet they find a way to slip out, the components do, when I'm soldering, but I guess that comes with experience. Again, I'm just starting out doing this stuff, and like I said, it's fun, but can be frustrating, I guess. That one went right in. Yeah, that other one is really drilled small, or whatever, I don't know. Let's see how that looks. Looks fine. Let's put the screw on next. So I will hold the bottom here and screw the top just so it's snug, not that it's not as hard as I can. Just like that. And it will ride around and skid along the floor on this rounded part in the bottom here. Alright, cool. So it's time to put on go ahead and put on the photoresistors. It does not matter which hole you put these through. And the other photoresistor will go on the other side here. How about that? Alright. Positive will go through the square pad, negative will go through the circular pad. This does say install photoresistor and white LED and one PCB reverse, but please make sure the distance is about 5 millimeters between top of caster wheel and photoresistor LED. Positive through the square, negative through the circle pad. Alright, so there we go. This one's leaning a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and put the rubber around the wheel, around the tire. I've mostly gone by picture instead of these directions. There's a switch that goes back here, and that is this guy. There we go. So I lined up the there's a little line on the side, and there's a line on the diagram as well, so I'll line that up. Go ahead and solder these in. That's clean. That's good. It's flat. Alright. The next part is creating the wheel. So that will be the tricky part. So that is really hard to get on there. So I just pressed it against a flat surface, pushed it down. So the best way to do this, unless you have incredible dexterity, is to put the screw in first and then put the motor up to it and then screw it. That's the easiest way. Going to attempt to hold it still using the pliers. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but that way I'm not familiar with. So then the tire goes on the outside here. There we go. So the first thing I did was I did the inside. I did the yellow piece. I put the screw in. The silver screw right there. Put the silver screw in, screwed it into the yellow piece, put the white piece on top of that, then I put the screw in on the other side with the yellow piece. Then I ran the bar through. I stuck it all together. I think that's how it goes. I just got to do the same thing for the other side. I think I'm almost there. That's right. There we go. Look at that. Next thing I have to do is take this cord, attach it to here, and attach it to here. So that'll be my next step. So I went ahead and finished soldering these leads on from the motor onto the bottom. As you can see here, I just took it under the axle or whatever you call it. Just make sure that you put the positive on the positive and the ground on the ground. But I went the back way. And then this cord here is just kind of hanging out. It doesn't get in the way. And then I put the battery pack on. Stuck the batteries in. I'll put some pictures online. It'll help you out. So the only thing left to do is to test it out and see if it runs. There it is, the finished product, and it seems to work pretty well. We've used it quite a bit, and the batteries are dying a little bit, but still working well. Well, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like the video by clicking the thumbs up. Be sure to follow, and also send it to a friend who may enjoy it. I hope it was informative. We'll see you next time.